Just showing you a little bit of an update on the man cave here. As y'all know, it actually started as just a plain shed. I hadn't had time to get all the color fully matched in. As you can see, this brown in the back's a little different than this up front. It's done warmed up now. I know the last video I showed it was pretty cold outside. Now actually running the unit and all, the window unit here in the front. And of course I've got my steps kind of done a little different now. Went to Evergreen Concrete, got a few extra blocks and things like that, and got rid of that old pallet that was about half rotten. The last thing I wanted to do was step through and fall off my steps. I have done a little bit of changing in here since we last went through here. Some of this has changed anyway. And I'm just going to stand back and see a few things. You can see, still have the bottle collection, have the bar and all. I actually have some stuff ordered for the bottom of this bar to cover some of this up where I've got my drinks and things like that, just to make it look a little neater. That's coming pretty soon. Of course, you can see my dog's toys, rugs, things like that. Have a few new signs on the doors, mainly from Temu and some other places. Of course, a few things from The Sopranos and some other shows. Now, people probably ask, it's only money. No, it's not what you think. It's a quote from Lucky Luciano years ago that said, there's no good money, there's no bad money, it's only money. And that's why I put that up there above this little area. Of course, and a few more signs here. There's my chair. Now it's just covered with basically with a sheet, just so it'll be more comfortable this time of year. Keep from sweating so bad. Of course, the king back here. You can see a couple of new signs back here I've got up. The Alabama stuff. Of course, there's the mayor, a few car tags. Actually have Gene Stallings win the national title here. A picture of Bryant-Denny Stadium. These two tins, they're from the 70s. They're actually from Bear Bryant's era. It's a nice picture. I always liked it. It's kind of a tin sign with Bear and Saban together. Forrest Gump, Blanche Beer, very old company. You don't hear much about them anymore. They, I believe, are out of business, but I saw it on some old TV shows, thought that'd be cool for in here. Of course, there's the old Porky sign. Of course, this back, I call it the VIP lounge as a joke. Some of the, of course, you can see some of the signs up top. Now this is the bedroom. Last time I filmed this, I believe I only had a few things in here. It wasn't quite as laid out as it is now. Of course, you can see a lot of the beach stuff in here. And pretty much a lot of this stuff that you see, it was off of Temu. Especially the signs. Also these like tables and things, as I mentioned before, they came from my friend Tim Coven's thrift store in Evergreen, Alabama. These are probably antique. I think they really look good in here just to kind of help provide a little storage. There's my door that everybody laughs about. I just made that out of 1x4s. Made it kind of like a corn crib door or an old outhouse door. Say you just want to do something different. That pretty much was made with ChatGPT. It's just AI. I made a picture with me sitting with several legends. Hank Williams Jr., Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, and Jimmy Buffett. And see some of the things that's up in here now. All my diplomas are up here. Of course. Going over the doors. I actually have some new posters coming for the doors that I think will match better in here. The bathrooms had a lot of changes since the last meeting we had. They added a lot of extra signs, car tags, things like that. Of course, there's the bandit one. This is what a friend of mine calls the bathroom, so I got that sign. I thought it was funny. Oh yes, the Mona Lisa. Neat art wherever you're at. Another AI picture. Stop one titty. It has to be from around 1920 cigarettes. Theodore Roosevelt was kind of popular then for advertising. I figured that's where that came from. Some more AI pictures. That little thing in the middle is a sign from T-Movie with Bonnie and Clyde. Finally, for the inside, actually just got the Redman sign today. I think that was really cool. It's a very old Redman sign the way it's made. It's that design. Stag Tobacco also is old. And this was just a sign left over from one of the old, my old bathroom that was around back. It was just kind of like an outhouse. I had to rig that up. Now, I have my guitar over in the corner. Been having some hand trouble, so I haven't been able to play it all that much, but whenever I finally do get back to normal, I'm pretty sure I can use it. Some of these gold pictures my mother gave me, like the top one here, and then the middle one my daughter drew. She's an artist. She's actually been accepted into her first show. Of course, I've added a lot more tropical stuff, you know, making it look more like the beach in here. I like the beach. I like the way beach houses look. I just thought, you know, I can't get down there often, but I can kind of be reminded of them in here. Okay. And everybody, you can see, of course, this is more or less like a tiny house than it is a man cave. The only thing I would need in here, I would need a actual shower in there where you saw the closet. And I probably could rig something up for a kitchen up here on the bar. Because as you can see where I'm standing, you could probably fit a kitchen table fairly easily right here if you wanted to. I just don't want to waste a bunch of space. Really proud of how this turned out, especially considering this is on the second time I've really tried to build anything. First time was in that other part, and it turned out pretty good, but I swear this to me is outstanding how this turned out. Which, of course, as I tell people, the more money you spend, a lot of times the better it'll look. You can't get anything done if you're just kind of getting by. You can see some of these old mirrors. They were my dad's and got them from some other places. But in all, I just thought I would share an update, let everybody know how the process is going. Thank you, and good luck on your projects as well.